What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say if you're a fan of those legends of the game, then I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. And in the comments below, guys, I would love to hear a legend you'd like to see me do a build on. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, this is a request build also, and Rodney Rogers, he was one of those players that I always felt like he had all these abilities, but he was just never seen as a star or a superstar. And it was a couple years back, I think, when someone said that he was the original Zion, and I could definitely see that. I mean, he was. At the time, Rogers always played small forward. The reason why I have him at power forward here is because I really think that's the way you would play this build. Simply because at the height and the weight, you know, it would be a perfect power forward build in this game. And I mean, he could definitely play. If you put him in today's game, he would be a power forward. In some situations, he may even be a center. Because, you know, he's strong. He's a decent rebounder, not great. But his ability to finish and shoot were both really, really good. That's really what his bread and butter was, right? I mean, his ability, he was a good shooter. He wasn't a liability on defense, but he wasn't like, going to, be like a defensive player of the year or anything by any means. I wouldn't say that, but he was certainly good. He was a really, really good player. I think the only real major like awards that he won, I think he won sixth man one year. If I'm not mistaken. Because I think that was when he played for, I want to say it was because the reason why I think he won sixth man is because, as most of you know, I'm a huge Phoenix Suns fan. And yes, I know I should probably fact check this before doing videos on it. But I'm one of these people that I go by my memory, right, and what I remember. And I mean, I do remember, like, I'm pretty sure it was with the Phoenix Suns. So that would have been like around 2000, somewhere around there, that he won Sixth Man of the Year. Because the Suns, they're one of my favorite teams, and I'll watch them. But yeah, he was a really good player. And a lot of people, especially if you're younger, you probably have no idea who he is. But I thought, a few years back when I heard that, that he was the original Zion. Well, I would say the original Zion was probably somebody like either Charles Barkley or Larry Johnson. I mean, I can certainly see the Rodney Rogers, Zion Williamson comparison, but if you've never seen him play, guys, definitely go check out his highlights because he was a really good player. He was never, I'm not going to say that he was an all-star or superstar or anything like that, but he was a really good player, and he's a player that a lot of people probably forgot about, but he was very solid. And I believe he was left-handed too. Again, guys, I know I should really fact check this, but I'm bad for that, guys. I want this to be like if me and you were sitting down having a conversation about a player. You don't get your phone out and you don't check everything while you're talking with your buddy about while you're talking basketball with your friends or whatever. You just go by what you remember and what you recall, and that's how I do these videos a lot of the time. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way, I guess. I mean, there have been a couple of video builds that I've probably done that were off. I know the Ron Harper one comes to mind. And that was just more because I tried to do from start to finish as opposed to just the prime. So I don't know. But anyway, guys, let's get right into this video. And I do want to thank you for the request. I'm doing a lot of requests right now, guys, and It's just, I'm really, really thankful that I've got so many requests from you guys and that you guys are interacting, giving me these builds, because it means a lot to me. But the pie chart that I would use, guys, is this one here, the one that's slightly more finishing with a little bit less shooting. Now, if you wanted to go this route, like Hall of Fame shooting and finishing, you could too. I just feel like he was a better, just a better finisher around the basket than he was at, shooting threes. That's just me personally. I mean, if you wanted to go this route, it wouldn't be that big of a difference really. But it's just how I would do it. Now, I would do the well-rounded because he was very strong. But if you wanted to do like speed or something else, you certainly could do that too. Now for your close shot guys, maxing out the driving layup, the driving dunk, and the standing dunk. Then I'm going to max out the mid-range, the 3-point shot, and your free throw. Now, if you're someone that you don't play My Career or anything, you don't need that free throw. You can take it off, use it somewhere else. But I do these builds. Sometimes I'll do it with the free throw. Sometimes I won't. Pass accuracy, we're just going to go up to 60 on that. And ball handling, we're going to max that out. We're going to go ahead and max out our post control because he was pretty decent in the post. And then we'll max out the interior defense, the perimeter defense, and the lateral quickness. And then the rest of this we're just going to put, I think we'll end up with like 5 at the end of this, I believe. Maybe I did something incorrectly. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I just took this to 50. Yeah, that's what it was. I took it to 50. I don't know why I was thinking 60. Maybe it was because ball handling was 62. But yeah, so if we look at this build, guys, okay, we'll just be defined. Of course, we're going to be 6'7". We're going to be 235. Now, here's where you would make decisions about your build. Do you want to leave it like this, or do you want to max out that wingspan? Now, where I did this build at power forward, I would definitely recommend maxing that wingspan out because that helps you get rebounds. That helps you with, interior defense. It helps you with, playing around the basket and everything. But if you do this at small forward, I mean, you could just do this right here, just take it up 1 tick, and you're fine. You don't lose any shooting ability or anything. But I would definitely recommend taking it up just that 1 tick because look at all those pluses that you get, and you only lose 1 on your ball handling, which with this build, you're not going to be doing much ball handling. You're going to be more or less a spot-up shooter. And when you are handling the ball, you'll work with this build a lot of times in a pick and roll situation. It works really, really good that way. But if you play it at small forward, you may be handling the ball a little bit more, but still, once you get this build maxed out, you're going to be a 76 ball handle, which is decent. You're not going to have a problem with that. So we'll just go ahead and we'll do this like we're building a power forward. Now here, guys, it really depends on you. Slasher is overpowered. Spot up shooter is another good one. That's actually the one that I enjoyed playing with the most. And you have built a finisher with shades of Kyle Kuzma, Scotty Barnes, Jeremy Grant. And I could really see that. I mean, but this build, you're going to be able to shoot lights out, guys. It's a really good shooting build. And it's the same attributes regardless if you play it at the 3 or the 4. So it really depends on you. But I just like playing it at the 4. It works really, really well that way. I don't feel as sluggish, I guess, or as heavy-footed at the 4 position, and that's why I would say that's where I would play this build, right? Because if you're playing other small forwards, a lot of the times they're going to be able to, get you off, that first step, and they're going to be able to get around you. Whereas if you play this at the 4, a lot of times you're going to be able to stay in front of them. But again, I mean, it's ever how you want to play it. I mean, but I'm just telling you, because I played it both ways, I feel like it played better at the power forward position. Now for this, guys, I do like fast twitch. I feel like that's a really, really good one. Grace under pressure is a really good one too. You know, the ones that I typically do for the big men, right? I mean, Rise Up, that's a good one. These are ones that I would use on any power forward or center build because I feel like they work so well together. You could also do Back Down Punisher because, like I said, he was a very strong player. And then just for the last one, because it's such a good badge, I would do Fearless Finisher. Now, for these guys, I would definitely do Hot Zone Hunter. I would do Limitless Spot Up. I feel like both of those are really, really good. And then the other ones, guys, the other 7 that's really up to you. I feel like Catch and Shoot's a good one. Corner Specialist is a good one. And then for the last one, guys, I would just do Difficult Shots. You could also do Mismatch Expert because there are going to be times when you're facing bigger power forwards and it may work out for you. I feel like Break Starter's a really good one with this one. Bullet Passer, Post Playmaker. And then for these last 2, I would do Quick First Step and Unpluckable. Now, I mean, if you don't want to focus so much on passing and you want to do maybe Quick First Step or something, you could go that route as well. And then for the defensive badges, guys, it really depends on you. I feel like Clamps is a really good way to go with Intimidator and Interceptor. Or you could just do Clamps on Bronze, Intimidator on Gold, and Interceptor on Bronze. Or if you wanted to be a better rebounder, you could do Rebound Chaser. It really depends on you. And you know what badges work for you guys. These are just suggestions because I try all the different badges and things when I do these builds, and I play with each one, and I find the ones that I feel work best for me, but the ones that work best for you may be entirely different. You just have to go in and try it and see. But there you have it, guys. I really feel like this is a really good Rodney Rogers build. If you've never seen him play, guys, definitely go check out some of his highlights. He was a really, really good player. And, like I said, I mean, he was just one of those players that he was never a star, but he was always a solid player on any team that he was on. And like I said, he did win that 6th Man of the Year. And that's something, like a lot of really good players have won that 6th Player of the Year or 6th Man of the Year. So, I mean, don't sleep on him because he was never an all-star or anything. Just go check out his highlights. I'm telling you, he was really, really good. And with that being said, guys, if you liked the video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. This is content that you enjoy. I'd recommend subscribing to the channel. And let me know in the comments below, guys, a build you'd like to see me do. I'd be more than happy to do that build for you. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.